Welcome to another edition of the Ready and Resilient series. I am Greg Ramirez, Emergency Manager for Clackamas Fire District Number 1. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the contents of my disaster kit. In putting together your disaster kit, you have to remember the essentials of survival. The essentials of survival are water, food, shelter, first aid, specific medical needs, lighting, fire building, family communication plan, and personal hygiene. Also, some things to consider when putting your kit together, and things I have to remember when I'm teaching other people about disaster survival, is I've got to make this whole process affordable. I know that's important to me. Your kit has to be portable, storable, easy to maintain. The items on this table, the only thing that have expiration dates are the food and the water, making it pretty convenient to maintain. And then the whole thing needs to be convenient to assemble. I've intentionally picked out items that are from only the dollar store and from Walmart. So hopefully I've made it a little bit convenient for you, not sending you all over town to find items and streamline that process for you. So let's jump right in. Let's take a look at the items in my disaster kit. A pair of sturdy shoes. A pair of sturdy shoes is going to be extremely important, especially for you ladies. If you say you have worn heels to the office and you need to evacuate, you're going to need a pair of sturdy and comfortable shoes to make that easier and more comfortable for you. I have included a sweatsuit. The reason that's important, again, what if you've worn office appropriate clothes or you haven't dressed for the elements? Now you'll have a sweatsuit at your convenience. I've included extra socks, a pair of sturdy work gloves, hand sanitizer, a can opener, an emergency radio. This is a very important item in your kit, and in a future series we're going to be talking in depth about why having an AM radio is so important to your disaster kit. A pair of reading glasses, a sturdy knife. I have a number of tools in my kit, including a screwdriver with multiple heads. I also have pliers and a razor knife. I've included construction grade wire. I have the 4-in-1 tool. 4-in-1 tool is a particularly important item. It's used primarily for shutting off your home utilities. We're going to cover that in depth again in another series of the Ready and Resilient program. I have toothpaste and a toothbrush. Antibacterial wipes. I have a flashlight and batteries. I actually recommend having more than one flashlight. You'll notice that I've stored them separately, which will increase the life of both the flashlight and the batteries themselves. We're going to be talking about batteries because they're really important in a disaster situation, so we're going to cover them more in depth again in another episode of this series. Spoons, a rain poncho. This is my first aid kit. This is a pretty comprehensive first aid kit. And one of the things I want to point out to you is the contents of this first aid kit, including the bag itself, all come from the dollar store. First aid kits can be pretty expensive, so this is a way that you can save some money and still have the essentials of first aid. Safety goggles, a pair of scissors, duct tape, and of course there's a million uses for duct tape, a tarp, an emergency blanket, candles, matches, cigarette lighter, heavy twine, a dust mask. I have a phone charger that works on AA batteries. I have the USB cord that comes with it, and also this USB cord is also compatible with the hand crank radio. So you have the ability to charge your cell phone. Now, I also have some felt markers, pens, paper. I have food and water with my kit. Now, the food and water I have in this particular kit isn't necessarily what's recommended for your 2-week survival. This is more for the immediate evacuation of yourself and your family, or for you to leave your office or workplace and get back to your home where you have your additional survival items. Because water is so important, one of the items I did include in my kit is a water filtration device. I like this one because it's small, compact. It still will sanitize thousands of gallons of water, and it's easy to use. So a couple items I missed: rope and a towel. So those are the items in my kit. I think I've met the essentials. My kit is always growing, and I'm adding additional items to it all the time when I learn from others. So I encourage you to reach out to me. Again, write to me, and I'll be happy to share my list with you and begin that process of putting the list together for yourself. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow when we're going to be discussing kit storage ideas. Thank you. See you next time.